Welcome back, everyone. It is Monday. Hope you had a great weekend, December 11th, after market hours. Let's just jump right into this because there's really nothing crazy to report today, but there are a few things that stuck out like a sore thumb. Um, let's see. For new highs, we had 812, and for new lows, we had 210. So we are outpacing new highs 4x. That's great news. And groups like the semiconductors are at lifetime highs. If you take a look at ticker symbol SMH, Sam Michael Harry, this is the ETF for semiconductors. It is at a lifetime high today. If you take a look at the SOX, which is ticker symbol SOX, that is also the semiconductor index. While that's not a lifetime high, it's still breaking out very nicely here, looking like it's going to try to get past 4,000 and potentially uh, the lifetime high, which was right around 4,027. So we're not too far away. Um, let's see what else I have to report. We had 52% advancing versus 43% declining. 25% of shares are under the 50-day, and 41% are trading below the 200-day. One thing to note here is that the Magnificent Seven were all red today. Just to kind of give you a sampling, Tesla was down 1%, Amazon down 1%, Nvidia down 1.85, Apple down 1.29, Microsoft down 0.78, Google down 1.42, and Meta down 2. What is that? Meta was down 2.25%, but everything else was up. So I think maybe the Magnificent Seven took a little bit of a breather, and a lot of that money rotated into some of the riskier groups. When I took a look at what led, industrials and consumer defensive led to the upside with financial, but it was pretty broad rally, pretty even throughout all sectors. The only red sectors today were communication services and energy. Um, let's see. Bitcoin is under pressure. There's some news about Elizabeth Warren going after Bitcoin and regulating Bitcoin. It's been under pressure for the past, I would say, weekend. So keep an eye on that. I think a couple of things that I point to keep track of animal spirits are obviously yields, but also if you see things that are spiking like ARC Innovation Fund, IGV, which is the tech software names, anything related to Bitcoin, AMC, GameStop, all of these type of names like DraftKings, uh, that kind of is my animal spirit grouping of stocks. Um, what else stood out today? I throughout the afternoon posted news I saw about Wells Fargo. Now, the banks in general have acted poorly prior to the financial crisis, all the way through now. I'm not surprised, but this report is saying that Wells Fargo and potentially other institutions um, were offering mortgages and they were discriminating against or targeting certain um, demographics. Just some key points here. Um, let's see. Wells Fargo hired a law firm to grill mortgage bankers whose sales included high levels of discounts, said the sources. In their industry review, regulators found statistically significant disparities in the rates in which black and female borrowers got pricing exceptions compared with other customers. So some people say, well, what's wrong with that? They're offering incentives to women and minority women of African American descent. Um, but what this is insinuating in their report is that they were doing predatory lending where they were giving teaser rates that the banks knew that those borrowers were not uh, suited for, meaning like they were fully expecting those borrowers to default or get behind on their payments or will go into foreclosure, and they did it anyway, just to make the commission, to make the sale. So we'll see what happens with this, but this could be bad news for Wells Fargo longer term. Um, yeah, I will post a link to that article on the show notes, but I also posted it on the Substack notes throughout the day as well. Let's see. I mean, that's really all I have to report today. We're going to drift higher, most likely, or sideways if volume or if a catalyst does not enter the market. We only have like 10, 11 sessions left in the year. So everyone is kind of done with tax loss type activity and selling their losers. Um, we're really going to need a catalyst. And tomorrow, or depending when you listen to this, Tuesday morning is a potential big one. The CPI report comes out at 8:30. We've had some violent moves up and down on the last few CPI reports. And then on Wednesday in the afternoon at 2 o'clock, you have the FOMC news coming out. So those two are going to move the markets uh, pretty, I think, drastically. I don't think the markets aren't going to do anything. Another thing that I noticed or saw that stuck out was right after the session closed, I saw news that Moody's cut Walgreens, the drugstores, uh, they basically cut them to junk. And they were just looking at their healthcare strategy moving forward and potential impacts to their business. But I mean, there are CVS, Walgreens everywhere in the New York tri-state area. They pop up like Starbucks. Um, but we'll see what happens there as well. And then I saw news that Macy's was potentially going to sell themselves, or at least their real estate holdings, um, and then potentially even lease back uh, from the new landlord. But yeah, it's crazy, crazy time. I think we are definitely overbought. Doesn't mean that we can't stay overbought or go even higher into the end of the year. Uh, but I suspect there's going to be some violent moves before the new year. It's really going to be dependent how the news is absorbed with regards to are rates going to stay higher for longer, or if there's going to be the precious rate cuts next year in 2024. Um, that's really it. I mean, it sounds like a broken record. It has nothing to do with economic activity. It's all about how people interpret the Fed at this point and what yields will do. So keep watching yields, keep watching the Magnificent Seven. I will post continually interesting finds on Substack notes, so follow me there. And thank you once again for all the new subscribers. I love doing this. I enjoy it. I hope over time for the newcomers, you will start to learn a little bit of the system that I'm using. And I also want to learn from everyone else and start interviewing the actual subscriber base in 2024 once I start to launch the premium service. So, with that, I will see you after the Tuesday session. Have a great day, great evening. Bye.